the COVID-19 situation, the lockdown crisis. But the markets are rallying up. Will the markets continue to rally up in the future also? Well, let's find out. Hi guys, my name is Harsh Goyla and I'm an investor, trainer and mentor in stock markets. Now, before looking at the stock prices, before looking at Sensex and Nifty, first let's take a look at the economic facts. Now, here are the facts I collected from Wikipedia. Now, the unemployment rate of India on 15th March 2020 from 6.7%, 15th March 2020 it was 6.7%, it went up to 26%, from 6.7% to 26%, almost up to 4 times by 19th April 2020. More than 45% households in our Indian economy had an income drop. Then the Indian economy lost 32,000 crores on a daily basis. 32,000 crores on a daily basis of the first 21 days of lockdown. 53% of the businesses in our economy are significantly and deeply affected by this. Startups funding again has been deeply affected by this. And this fact by Economic Times says that our GDP by the end of the calendar year, which is December 2020, will contract to just 3.1%. It's not going to increase. GDP बढ़ने की बात ही नहीं कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. Our GDP is predicted to contract to 3.1%. And well, the stock markets from 24th March have risen up by 48%. Stock markets from 24th March have risen up by 48%. It sounds ridiculous. यही होता है stock markets. This is what stock markets is. And इन चीज़ों का symptom क्या होता है? Because you'll see there's a major gap between the economic condition and the stock market prices. There's a major gap. One of the few symptoms to look at this is when companies who are not fundamentally strong, companies who are not fundamentally doing well, their stock prices do extremely well. The fundamentals of the company are not doing well. The company is not showing significant profits. या कुछ भी company ने ऐसा अच्छा नहीं दिखाया है. But the stock prices will move up. This is one of the major symptoms. To know about this more, I had made a video on Ruchi Soya. Link आपको इधर कहीं मिल जाएगा. Watch that video where I have explained how penny stocks are rising without any fundamental backing to it. But watch that video after this video. Right? So that is the situation. Now, will the stock market continue to do well or not? That is the question. Now first, let's be very clear that no one can predict the markets. If you would have asked me to predict the markets, and if you would have told me at the initial in January 2020, you would have told me that Harsh, lockdown situation होगी, COVID-19 situation होगी, सबसे पहली बात, I would have never believed you. Second thing, even if I would have believed you, I would say the markets would definitely drop by 45 to 50%. But seeing the current situation, it is nowhere close, right? So the rule goes, no one can predict the markets. I can only prepare you and inform you of about what might happen. Done? So let's get that clear. वो खत्म. अब बात करते हैं. Now first let's look at the stock markets from a technical analysis point of view. If you see, majority of the technical indicators, majority of the technical tools are not saying buy, they are screaming a buy. Majority of the technical indicators clearly show that this is one of the best buying opportunities if you have not bought already, right? So talking about technical analysis, yes, it's a clear buy signal. So discussion is over, because in technical analysis we go by the momentum, and the momentum positive, and the momentum is really positive, hence you buy. So technical analysis part finishes. Now let's take the fundamental analysis into consideration. Now if you take the fundamentals into the picture, currently we have a very high liquidity in the markets. Why? Stimulus packages have been thrown by the government. Right? What are stimulus packages? Stimulus packages are basically when government eases the economy. It brings in more money, वो economy में और पैसा डालेंगे, वो they'll overprint notes, they'll take more debt, and the government will circulate more money in the economy. right? Simple logic क्या है? Keynesian theory. You put in money into any economy, that economy starts doing well. That's the simple logic behind everything. राइट सो यही लॉजिक है कि जितना आप लिक्विडिटी दोगे, जितना ही स्टिमुलस पैकेज दोगे, उतना लोग खर्चा करेंगे. व्हेन पीपल स्पेंड, कंपनीज विल प्रॉफिट. व्हेन कंपनीज प्रॉफिट, दे विल इंक्रीज देयर प्रोडक्शन. व्हेन दे इंक्रीज देयर प्रोडक्शन, दे विल इंक्रीज देयर जॉब्स. व्हेन दे इंक्रीज देयर जॉब्स, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट्स विल कम डाउन, सैलरीज विल गो अप, एंड पीपल विल स्टार्ट स्पेंडिंग, एंड द एंटायर साइकिल विल गो अप. So right now we are facing first a very high liquidity in market, right? That's the first thing. Second part, there has been an influx of new retail investors. If I go by the statistics, probability is, अगर आप मेरी वीडियो देख रहे हो, you are a investor or trader who has been interested in markets during the COVID-19 era, which is completely fine, right? So there are so many new retail investors coming into the picture, so obviously liquidity will increase even more. And if you want more information about the retail investors who have just entered, watch this video on newcomers in stock markets. Beware. वो बहुत interesting video है where I have explained you why and how new people have entered the markets. Why does the market seem like such a exciting proposition as of now? So be sure to watch that video again after this video, right? So fundamental analysis हम देख रहे हैं. सबसे पहला markets में high liquidity है. Second point क्या है? That there is a lot of new retail money, right? And third point, which is also very important, that the interest rates are almost at a lifetime low. I think they are at a lifetime low, right? If you go into, when I'm talking about interest, I mean interest on your savings account, interest on your fixed deposit you get on a bank. They are almost at a lifetime low. Liquidity, new retail investors, and interest rates are at a lifetime low. इससे बताऊं क्या होता है? We have the effect of TINA. In the world of finance, what is TINA? TINA is TINA, which stands for there is no alternative. There is no alternative. So equities is the only thing. So when so much of money is being put into equities, obviously when demand goes up, price will go up. So much, now just imagine, so much of money is already being plummeted into equities. Equities में डाला जा इतना सारा पैसा. There is liquidity, there is a lowering of interest rates, and a lot of new retail investors catching interest. Plus, markets are also doing well. So markets are just skyrocketing up. So there is no doubt why this is happening, right? And this mixed with FOMO. I know so many people because of them having that fear of missing out, और हो सकता है वो आप भी हो, which is completely fine. You enter the markets because you see everyone around you is trading. Everyone around you is making money in stock markets. Everyone around you suggesting you to get into stock markets, right? So the effect of TINA, which is there is no alternative, and FOMO together has this situation which we are seeing right now. Now, I was going through a lot of economic articles, right? And I was doing my analysis. A lot of you have been writing to me that Harsh, how are the markets doing so well? Harsh, how markets will definitely fall? Harsh, what will happen? There's a lot of confusion. अब इसका simple logic क्या है? Why is there confusion? Because a lot of people are telling me, Harsh, markets are irrational. Markets are behaving in such an irrational way, right? But आपको सच बताऊं, if we are saying the markets are irrational, then my friend, we are being irrational because this is how the stock markets move. This is how the stock markets move. If the markets moved in a completely rational manner, तब तो सभी पैसे कमा रहे होते ना, then every person would have been richer. This is how the markets move. It's irrational on our part trying to predict the markets, to be very honest. अगर मैं आपको बहुत honestly बताऊं तो, right? This is how the markets move. Markets are never rational, right? So ultimately, my opinion, till when do I think this rally will continue? Till when do I think the markets will correct? सबसे पहला, like I told you, no one can tell you that. If you would have asked me the same situation around 6-7 months ago, you would have told me COVID-19 crisis होगी. So Harsh, what would you say? I would say the market would be at least 45 to 50% down, but वो clearly नहीं है. So what is my opinion? Being in a stock market for the past 10 years, I have learned one thing which I would like to share with all of you. Is that trend, my friend? Trend is your friend. Trend is your friend. Stop trying to predict the markets. If the market is showing a positive trend, it is a positive trend. If the market is showing a negative trend, it is a negative trend. So abhi, if I want, agar mujhe bologe summarize entire situation, I would say enjoy the aeroplane ride, but stay at the window seat. Enjoy the aeroplane ride, but stay at the window seat. You should be the first one to jump out if the plane crashes. And because there is no fundamental backing to anything, the plane will crash. Will the markets rally stop now, in the coming future, after a year? No one can tell you that. But what I am expecting, that the markets should come down because there is no fundamental backing. Right? And whenever these situations are there, jahan pe markets are rallying up without any fundamental backing, those are the times when we see some of the biggest crashes. Be it the dot-com crash, be it the Harshad Mehta crash, or be it the 2008 meltdown. Right? So this is how the markets are, my friend. So we are living in very, very exciting times. Right? So I wish you all the luck with the markets. And I encourage you to please trade safely. Yes, you are seeing a positive trend. Everyone must be doing good, and you must be having that fear of missing out. Hence, you must be putting in much more money. But do not do that, because the markets do not have any fundamental backing to it. Enjoy the aeroplane ride till the point it's going up. Enjoy it, but sit on the window seat so that you can exit out. So be sure your positions are such you can exit out. Don't just invest every penny you have in the stock markets, right? So take that comfortable situation wherein you are okay to jump out of the situation at any given point. That is where the markets are, and that is where we are standing today. So, नीचे comment करके मुझे बताओ, what do you think? Do you think the markets are going to rally up? Do you think the markets are going to rally down? What do you think are the reasons that are going to affect the price of stock markets? I am really excited to read your reviews, because abhi they will, as I told you, we're living in very exciting times. So it will be very interesting to read what you think about it, right? So click the subscribe button, hit the like button, so that you know you're appreciating all the efforts we do. And if you want such kind of videos, niche comment karke hame batate rehna. And if you want more value like this, if you want more consistent news on updates on stock markets, what's happening, what are the good articles you should read, what are the good blogs you should read, what are the good interviews you should watch, description mein there's a link for our value mails. Be sure to click on that, join our value mails, so that we can give you regular good quality content, right? Well guys, that is it for today. This is Harsh Goyla, and this is Goyla School of Finance, financially empowering you.